I told you I would be doing this. This is probably going to be my downfall, so we might as well get started. Alright. Well, the time has come for me to get eaten alive in my comment section today. Number one, let me thank you guys once again for 1,000 subscribers. That means the entire world to me, knowing that I'm able to grow with you and read each and every single one of your comments. I'm going to keep this quick and brief, so I'm not keeping y'all for long. I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for telling me, hey, you got a new subscriber. Hey, you're not really doing this right. Hey, this is what I would suggest. Having said that, the next reaction video I am going to do is a video that I've already listened to live. I'm going to listen to Austin Brown's version of Bring Him Home in his original channel on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Having said that, let me go ahead and explain this tier list. When I say that this is going to be my full opinion, my opinion, I want to hear your opinion in the comment section. Because y'all are taking the time to listen to my opinion, so I want to hear yours as well. But this is fully my opinion. I'm not saying that any of these songs, any of these artists are better than anyone else. I have developed this channel with VoicePlay, and I had the honor of y'all telling me that there's a amazing group called Homefree that I genuinely love and cherish now. So I would just like to thank y'all for that. This tier list is based off of 3 tiers. There's adding to my playlist, which some of these songs I have added to my playlist. There is run it back, to where, you know, if it comes up long while I'm, you know, in my everyday life, I wouldn't skip it. I would listen to it again. I would love to listen to it again. It's just I probably wouldn't, you know, add it to my playlist. Enjoyed it once, meaning like I enjoyed the feel that it gave me. It's just wasn't my cup of tea for say. I will be talking about my opinions during the video, and also how I thought about the video in general, if I still stand by it, or if I'm like, I don't believe that anymore, so this is my placement, because some of them I do have different thoughts. But I'm going to keep the talking to a minimum, so we're first starting with Jeff's Sound of Silence. I love this. As an individual artist away from VoicePlay, he is a phenomenal artist. I love him as a bass, and the way that he can take his vocal tones from all the way down here in the lower octaves to just rock and roll type Steven Tyler-esque, you know, tenor range. It's absolutely incredible. This showed his range phenomenally. Sound of Silence I've already had on my playlist. Jeff's version I very much love. If it came up on my playlist, most definitely would listen to it again. Most definitely. But the only reason that it's not on adding to playlist is because I have the original song already on there, so I probably wouldn't add it twice. If it did come up on my playlist, then I would most definitely enjoy it again. The Sidekick one. The Sidekick one, I don't feel like it brought that energy that they did in these two. So I enjoyed listening to it once, especially with Jay Nunn, you know, playing around with the guys and stuff like that and adding their own spin. I enjoyed listening to it once. My opinion in there is that it wasn't really that much energy, so I really couldn't get drawn in as I did in the most of them. However, I do feel as though they did bring their A game during this, especially since it was at the beginning of the run. I very much, you know, I actually, oh crap. I want to add it to run it back, because I would listen to it again, but I would have to watch it instead of just listening. I would watch it and listen so I could get the full. I'm going to leave it right there for right now. Leave it right there for right now, and then if I come back to it, if it catches my attention again. Villain. This right here. Oh, whoops. You're supposed to be up here. I'll talk about you in a second. This, as well as the other one, the Hopelessly Hoping. The reason I added Hopelessly Hoping to my playlist is because this one was the first one where I was teary-eyed. I have not cried in such a long time. It was so unhealthy. I called my doctor about it. That one made me teary-eyed. the emotion and the pure drive that they had, and didn't even add any like beatboxing to it. It was 5 phenomenal voices and 1 music. I added it to my playlist and all of that jazz, so I absolutely love it. The villain one, I love the energy. I've always said playing evil characters, even if it's, you know, singing or portraying them, is so much better and so much more fun than trying to do the hero, because as the villain, your job is to make the audience hate you, make the audience feel hatred, which is complete and utter easy, as you can tell by reading some of my comments in the comment section. It's so easy to make people mad. However, the hero one, it's so difficult to make people love you and cheer for you, because you want to make everyone proud and all of that stuff. So that's why I put the villain one up here, is because of the sheer energy and funness that it adds in there, and them joking around. Hero one, I'm gonna also have to put it at adding to playlist, because I remember adding this as soon as I got done listening to it, because I like with most of the songs that were sung by tenors, they gave to Jeff, which gave it a whole new feel for it, and that appreciation for knowing that songs are more lyrical than really musical. You can have a bass sing a tenor, you can have a tenor sing a soprano. As you can tell by some of the other songs that we're going to get to. I like how Eli sung most of the songs that were down low, and how Earl added his own specialties with the runs. I just genuinely loved how fun and playful they were during this video, so I very much appreciate that. Broadway, I would have to run it back. I would genuinely enjoy it, watching it again, and also listening to the different stylistic choices that they did. I like how they added the true Broadway feel to it with, you know, the shirts and acting and all that stuff. I just really enjoyed that, and it brought back very nostalgic vibes. My opinion during that was the whole characteristic of adding more character to the voice than just relying on being a good singer. They added acting and stuff like that, and they really shined there, especially for one of their old videos. The Halo theme, I would have to say that I enjoyed that one, but listening to, what song was it that was I also listened to during that? With the Halo and Dragonborn, the Halo, it brought back my childhood vibes, so I very much enjoyed it. It's like, I need lyrics to add to my playlist, so that's the only reason I didn't add that one. Dragonborn, on the other hand, I would have to say, I would run it back. I very much like the visual appeal to that. I would have to visually see it as well as hear it as well. That's why I wouldn't add it to my playlist, just because my forte is I very much like listening to lyrics while I'm out and about or on a car drive. But my mother told me I have this on my playlist. Very, very lovely. Very lovely. They were all in different costumes, different-esque. It was made during quarantine. This song made me fall in love with VoicePlay right then and there. There was something about it that just grab my attention and fully fold. I agree with everything I said during that video as a whole. I loved it. I love the feel of it. I love the acting in it. I love the cooperation as well as the harmonies in there, and adding the runs and playfulness. Golden Hour, I love the special guest in it as well as the story behind it. The lady in the video is actually Jeff's wife, I do believe, as you guys said in the comments. So it kind of, adding that to the storyline, added so much kind of layering to that, because it was kind of like a special gift to Jeff and his wife. I just very much love that, and the voices there, it was a high playfulness, showed their technique very much. It's your golden hour. It showed the range that they could have as artists, and not doing just, you know, straight on a cappella. It's, you can be in modern times, because Golden Hour was such a popular song as well. So it showed their range and genres as well. So I very much appreciate that. If I Was a Rich Man, my favorite. My favorite. I showed my dad, I showed my sister, I showed my friends, I showed everyone. I added to that playlist so quickly. So very quickly. So quickly. I liked the If I Was a Rich Girl in there. I liked how she added her own flair into it and how it had that R&B vibe as well. I agree with everything that I said in that video 100%. 100%. Loved it with all my heart. So that one's an easy pick. We can skip that one. Valhalla Calling. I would have to run this one back just because I know that I would want to listen to this one again. It's just there's something about the visual appeal to this that kind of just added that little. It's like ice cream is lovely. Ice cream is very lovely, but adding sprinkles and a cherry on top just brings a certain je ne sais quoi to it. So that's why I would run it back and stuff like that. Wicked, I would run it back. Did I add this to my playlist? Let me check real fast. Yes, I did. It was because of the special guest on there. I very much loved her voice in collaboration with VoicePlay. I loved the melody. I loved how it went from one of the girls being soprano and doing primarily Elphaba, and the other girl was a soprano doing Glinda, and then all of a sudden at the end it switched to where the alto was hitting more of the soprano lines and the soprano was hitting more of the alto lines, and that showed their range and appreciation to Wicked. So I did add that one to my playlist. Now, Waving Through a Window, I enjoyed it once. I'm not saying that it's like at the very end. I just enjoyed it because Waving Through a Window is the song that I was very close to. I was grown up being bullied and picked on in school, being called Four Eyes, or being picked on because of my weight. And even now in the comments, every single time y'all are like, hey, let's not do this. I try to cooperate and try to fix all of that. And there was something about this that I very much enjoyed listening to it once. I just am so used to listening and also watching visually the performance. The only thing I would say is that I agree with everything I said. I very much loved it, very much enjoyed it. I just have listened to Waving Through a Window so much I wouldn't add it to my playlist. So that one I'm probably going to get backlash for, which I completely understand. However, I just enjoyed it once just because I've been listening to it for like 4 years. So I appreciated what they brought to the table as well as the runs that he did, especially towards the end of the video. Ever since 2016 when it first came out, I got hooked on Dear Evan Hansen 2018. So it's been a while, actually. It's been longer than probably 4 years. So it's been 5 technically. So that's why I put it on Enjoyed It Once. It was nothing that they did. It was just personally, I've listened to it so much that I enjoyed it once. Skipping. This one, I added right after My Mother Told Me. I love this one. I agree with everything that I said. Josh Groban version of this, I would place VoicePlays above that. It has a special place in my heart. Being the fact that there was so many a cappella groups, and there's something about what Jay Nunn and Earl, I believe that is Earl, or Ellie, I think it was Ellie. Did I call Ellie Eli earlier? I am so sorry. I'll slap myself on the wrist for that one. Ellie, there was something that those two brought to there that just shifted it on its head fully, and it made me fall in love with the personal voice play instead of just the artist voice play. They brought something to there that they channeled their emotions, and they really brought a whole new enjoyment. It really brought the forefront of you can't force love. Just like these, you can't force any opinion on there that is solid. This is my opinion. You can't make everyone love you. Not everybody's gonna enjoy the opinions. Not everybody's gonna enjoy the placement of certain songs on these. But Phantom of the Opera is a whole nother situation, because I would listen to it again. It's just Phantom of the Opera I never got close to as I did with Wicked or Dear Evan Hansen or Fiddler on the Roof with If I Was a Rich Man. It just, Phantom of the Opera, it's very weird because I love their singing in it and I love what they brought to the table. And I love the guests that they brought there with it. It's just, I don't have a personal connection with Phantom of the Opera, so I wouldn't add it to my playlist, but I will say that it is right behind the Halo and Dragonborn theme, to where I would love to listen to it again and visually watch it. It's just, I probably wouldn't add it to my playlist personally because it wouldn't fit my stylistic choices. Nothing Else Matters. That song, I don't believe I should have been as talkative as I was in this one, because a lot of people are like, hey dude, you talked so much during this. Like, if you actually genuinely sat down and enjoyed this, and that's why I've kept my limitations to my talking to a minimum during those things, then I feel like the video in whole I shouldn't have talked that much, just because I was trying to compensate for the enjoyment and the visual appeal of this video. So I would run it back, do it again, just to lessen my talking and really enjoy the singing. With this one, the 5 octaves, which one are you? I believe that you are Homefree. You were Homefree medley, to where they would just sing. I very much enjoyed the appreciation of the beatboxing here. I enjoyed the appreciation of the beatboxing. I would most definitely run it back because of their stylistic choices and what they did during the song, as well as their energy that they brought to it. It brought a personal feel to where me as an audience member, it felt like I was having a one-on-one concert instead of a concert for many. So I very much like their artistic choices. When a Man Loves a Woman, that is right there, right behind Hopelessly Hoping. I love that song. Austin Brown is a gifted and talented performer, and I would most definitely listen to him if he created his own music. If he has created his own song, I am now going to be his #1 fan. I'm his #1 fan right now just because of Bring Him Home, which, by the way, right here, I am going to add it behind If I Was a Rich Man, because I know for a fact that when I listen to the one that he created, the one that's not live, I'm going to get so emotional. And that's probably going to be beating out If I Was a Rich Man. Alrighty, so I'm going to place that one right there for right now, so we can get by that one quickly. When a Man Loves a Woman, he has such a beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. And so many people in the comments, because I read the comments of Bring Him Home, they were like, oh, he ran out of breath at the end. No, shut up. He hit that note. Not only did he hit that note, he stayed and saved the note. Austin Brown is a talent, and I will stand by that. That is a court of law type-esque. I will stand by that. Anyways, this song, I will keep this one to a minimum. This one's gonna get me killed. I don't like how I reacted to it. This video, Until Dawn, or Delta Dawn, that video, is one of my most viewed videos on my channel yet. And I was very disrespectful because of the fact that I don't like country music. I don't like country music at all, and I just kind of grabbed that by the throat, just kind of squished it, and just kind of molded it, and I just went, nah. And I more judged the genre than the actual singing itself. So as a video, as one of my videos, that is probably one of the lowest points that I've gotten as a creator, because I hated the way that I went about that video. Having said that, I'm going to place this one This is the first and only country song that I have added to my playlist, or the country genre or country feel. I don't like country. That's just me. However, when I listen to it again to kind of review my mistakes throughout it, I realized that that was actually a really good song. So Homefree is one of the only a cappella groups, or groups in general, or singers, group of singers, that has made me love a country song so much that I added it to my playlist. And I deeply apologize for how I acted during that video, because I was very harsh on them for no reason whatsoever, and listening back to it made me enjoy their artistry during that. Not only their visual artistry, but also the mental aspect that they brought to there. I'm going to thank you guys once again for staying here listening to my opinion. I want to hear your opinion about these. I'm going to continue adding each and every single genre or video that I listen to, and I'm going to rank them at the end to where we're going to fill all this out. We're going to fill all this out. I want it to be crammed. I want it to barely fit on my screen anymore. So as we keep reacting, I'm going to not only review the content that I have, being like, hey, I agree with this video and my opinions that I say, or I don't agree and I change my mind about this. So thank you guys once again for sticking around. I very much appreciate it. I want to hear each and every single one. As I said, just because it's in this tier, just because I enjoyed it once, doesn't mean that I hated it, or that I despised it, or that I shunned upon it. It's just my opinion. I've listened to Waving Through the Window so many times, as well as the Sidekick one. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what they brought to the table. It's just the energy in it was kind of not my vibe. As I said, run it back. Just because I didn't add it to my playlist doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy the artistry and also what they brought to the table. It's just my opinion at the end of the day. These are phenomenal talents. Love Homefree, and I love VoicePlay dearly. I cannot thank them enough for giving me a jump start on this platform. So I will see you guys Saturday to review Bring Him Home from Austin Brown on his channel, because a lot of you want me to react to that one, so I can't wait for that. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for staying until the end. You guys know the drill. Make sure you eat, drink, and also take your meds. Make sure to love yourself, but also make sure to love others. I love you. I love you more. Thank you guys once again for 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you when Austin Brown brings him home. God on high.